Hello, 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 hello. Okay, so I'm coming on really quickly because I have a quick channeled message that I'm being guided to share. I did not want to come live. I was not planning to come live. I wasn't planning to load anything on YouTube today, but I'm being guided to do it. Sundays are usually my chill days where I'm just connecting with myself. I'm meditating. And so, anyway, I am watching a movie, and it's one of my favorite movies of all time called Practical Magic with Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman. I have seen it at least 37 times in my life, maybe more. And there are times where I'm guided to watch it um, for, I don't know, I can't say I don't know. There are times where I'm guided to watch it when I am tuning into perspectives, when I am feeling love's energy has been potent since the full moon energy last night. Even beyond that, even before that, love's energy has been, um, especially for those of us who have been on this journey of activating and unleashing who and what we are and why we've come to this planet. Love's energy has been on the rise, contrary to what it looks like in the world. It's been on the rise in us individually. And then we pour that out into the world. So let me get into the message why I came here, and I wrote it in my book, on my little notepad. So here it goes. I'm watching Practical Magic. And of course, I know this movie like the back of my hand, Practical Magic. And it's the scene in the movie where the woman knocks on the witch's door, and she wants this guy who was not her man. The guy was actually married to another woman, and she says she wants him so bad she can't stand it. And she's in turmoil, and she's in pain, and she's desperate, and she is in her most low vibrational energy. And the two little girls are sitting on the stairway, and their aunties, and they're watching their aunties do what the woman has come there to do, which was she wanted the aunties to cast a spell to make this man, who was a married man, be hers. And she said, he has to leave his wife. He has to leave his wife. So she goes to the aunts for them to do a spell. And one of the aunts say, well, maybe you'll find a man that's better suited. And she's like, I don't want another man. I want him. I want this guy. And so they bring the bird, and the woman says, I want him to want me so bad he can't stand it. And she pokes the bird with a pin. And then the aunt says, be careful what you ask for. And they pan back to the two girls, which is Nicole Kidman and Sandra Bullock, when they were young, on the stairs. And Sandra Bullock, which is the dark haired one, and Nicole, of course, which was the red haired one, she says, Sandra says, I hope I never fall in love. I hope I never fall in love. I hope I never fall in love. And her sister, Nicole, says, oh, I can't wait to fall in love. But I have this epiphany moment, and I had to put the movie on pause and just share this message with those of you who it's meant for. Those of us who have seen someone we love, someone we care about, more than likely it was our mothers, okay, our sisters, our aunties, next door neighbors. But for most women and girls, we probably have seen our mothers experience heartbreak, experience pain from a relationship they were in. We've seen our mothers cry. We've seen our mothers break down. We've seen our mothers' hearts break from our dads, or a man who was like a father to us, or somebody they may have been dating, or whatever. We've seen somebody in our family, somebody close to us that we love, experience pain from being in love. And so I titled this video, I'm probably going to change the title, but the concept of this video and what I wrote down is casting unrequited love spells on ourselves because of the pain we may have seen our mothers endure. Casting unrequited love spells on ourselves because of the pain we may have seen our mothers endure. Unrequited means love that isn't reciprocated. And so I wrote this down when I saw that scene, because when the little girl says, I hope I never fall in love, I hope I never fall in love, the what she was observing as a kid, and how much what we see, what we experience, and what we observe in our childhood, how much of an effect that has on us in our adult life. We know this. We talk about this stuff all the time, right? We talk about childhood traumas or experiences or things we may have seen or observed that affects the decisions we make in our adulthood. And so for that little girl to see that woman so desperate for something that was not for her, something that belonged to somebody else, was so desperate enough to go to some people, some women who were considered witches, to help her gain the love or attention of a man who was not for her. Seeing her go to such great lengths caused this little girl to say, I hope I never fall in love. One to say, I hope I never fall in love, and the other to say she hopes she can't wait to fall in love. And so, casting love spells on ourselves. When we have observed and have seen the traumas that somebody we love, again, we'll just go back, we'll just use our own mothers as an example, experience heartbreak, experience what looks like painful love, we adopt this idea where we can become so protective of ourselves in a way that we literally can cast spells on ourselves that blocks love from coming into our lives. And I'm only sharing this because I am also in the same boat, right? Not to say that you may not have had fulfilling relationships, not to say you may not have, you may be dating, you may have been dating a lot, you may have been dating your entire life. Maybe you've been engaged, maybe you've even been married before. But what were the qualities of your relationships? What was the quality of your marriage? What was the quality, So for those of us who are on this path of activating who and what we are, it's imperative that we not cast spells on ourselves. And we do this by the choices we make, by the words that we use. For those of us who know that we are empaths, that we are clairvoyant, clairsentient, clairaudient. Like myself, I was born with a veil. And babies who are born with veils are considered to be reincarnated witches, monarchs, future Dalai Lamas. And so for those of you that know and have activated and have come into your superpower again being that you are empaths, that you're clairsentient, clairaudient, what people consider psychic, okay, whatever it is, be very careful that with your power that you are activating and unleashing, that you are not self-sabotaging with your own power. With our power, we're out here in the world helping the world, helping to uplift the world, helping people. People come to us with their problems and what they're going through, and they want our insight, they want our help, they want our perspective, they want our guidance, they want our healing abilities. And we're sharing our healing abilities with the world, but the number one person that we're forgetting to put on that list is ourselves. Because you are so powerful, because you are born DNA coded with such a power, you must be careful that you are not casting an unrequited love on yourself, an unrequited love spell on yourself because of what we may have witnessed in our childhood. It is very easy for us to do that because we are born DNA coded with the power to do so, with the power of our words, being able to speak things in existence as if they are, okay? And so again, observing heartbreak in our childhood, just like the little girl saying, I hope I never fall in love. And this idea growing up into our adulthood actually becoming something that has been made manifest because of what we observed, because of fear and pain we've seen our loved ones endure. And so I'm sharing this with you as I'm sharing it with myself. We are powerful enough to put spells on ourselves based on what we say, based on what we think, based on what we believe, based on the decisions we make, and based on the perspective we have of ourselves and the world around us. Unrequited love. Casting unrequited love spells on ourselves because of the pain that we've seen, because of heartbreak that we've seen other people go through, not even ourselves, that we've seen other people go through. So I'll leave you with this. Because you are activating your power, because you are, make it worth your while. Make it worth your while. Because you are unleashing and activating your power, be sure that you are not placing any spells on yourself that will keep love from coming in. But just as we know in the movie Practical Magic, if you've watched it, if you've never watched it, go ahead and turn it on. It's free on YouTube, okay? But just like we know in the movie Practical Magic, love always finds a way. Even if we are sometimes standing in our own way, love always finds a way in. And even if we were on this journey of casting spells on ourselves without even knowing it, right? Just trying to avoid feeling pain. Even if we have been in the space of doing that and not knowing we've been doing that, love always finds a way. So rest assured that just the way that you find yourself, it finds you. Okay, that's it. All right, I will see y'all later. I'm going to go back to watching my movie. Ciao for now.